Assalamualaikum, sir.
Waalaikumsalam. How are you, brother Ashraf?
Alhamdulillah. Your background is quite beautiful.
No, about Maghrib, so I'm thinking
Yes.
just change. Where is this site? I think I want to start the class, but the brother side not in yet. Brother Ashraf, are you there?
Yes, sir.
I'm expecting brother side to be in, but he's not in yet. So he is supposed to be to recite the dua. If he's not in, then you take cup. Is it okay, brother? Impromptu.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I think we better start now. Already 1 minute late. Okay. Assalamualaikum, brothers and sisters.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay. Okay, let's start our day with the recitation of Ummul Kitab Al-Fatihah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahil alamin. Arrahmanirrahim. Maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Okay, as usual, we want to recite a dua. Suppose Ustaz Said Dawood, but he's not in yet. Brother Said, are you in? Okay, he's not in, so Brother Ashraf, Ustaz Ashraf will take over. Okay, tafadhal Ustaz.
A'udzubillahiminasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma nurul bil kitabi absarina washrah bihi sudurana wasahib bihi abdanana wathib bihi alsinatina wakawi bihi jinanina wasra bihi fahmina wakawa bihi azaimana bihaulika wa quwwatika fa innahu la hawla wa la quwwata illa bika ya arhamar rahimin. Allahumma stauda'naka ma alamtanahu fardudhu ilaina inda hajatina ilaih wala tansanahu ya rabbal alamin.
Amin ya rabbal alamin. Thank you, Ustaz.
Welcome, sir.
So we are supposed to have this one, transportation exercise. But before this, I think we want to have a little bit more to finish off from last class. Let's look back at what we did last class. We do the transportation tableau. We reach this optimal solution. So that means Kota Baru, Kuantan, 50 units, Kota Baru to Ipoh, 150 units, and so on, with a total cost of 4,240 units. This is what we did is we call it transportation simplex method or transportation simplex. Let's now use this to solve this using linear programming. So linear programming, let's say we put in the cell the quantity unknown instead of x1, x2, x3, we put A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Yes. So we want to formulate this into linear programming. What we are doing to do, what we are going to do, we are going to use minimization. We are minimizing costs. We are minimizing costs. So that means the cost will be A times 5 plus B times 9 plus C times 15 plus D times 5 plus E times 8 plus F times 18 plus G times 12 plus H times 7 plus I times 18. Or 5A, 9B, 15C, 5D, 8E, 18F, 12G, this one 7H, 18I. We are going to minimize this. Then the supply A plus B plus C should be less or equal total supply available. B plus E plus F should be less or equal to the quantity available. G plus H plus I should be less or equal to this one. When it comes to demand by Kuantan, Malacca, Ipoh, it must be exactly 180. It means A plus D plus G should be exactly equal 180. B plus E plus E exactly equal to 170. C plus F plus I exactly 200. So this is the formulation as I mentioned just now. Minimize, we are minimizing cost. 5 is the cost. A is the quantity unknown. We are going to find out these variables. And then supply, we use all less equal to constraint. Demand equal to constraint. Let's solve this using linear programming. I think I need some help from Sister Fatia. Where are you? Are you there? I'm not.
Yes, Doctor.
Okay, 1 minute. I'm looking at your name. I'm searching for your. Where's your Fatia? Where is? Do you have any first name? Nur or something? Sister?
No. Fatia Halim.
Why I cannot find your name? Fatia Farhan. Fatia. Sorry, Fatia. You cannot find, sister. Your Zoom names.
So my Zoom name is
Maybe the spelling.
Yeah, your Zoom name is
Fatia Halim. Fathiah.
that's why I ever seen that name, but now I want to search for your name, I cannot find. Fatia. Ah, found it. Okay. Okay, let's Sister Fatia help us. So now I stop sharing for the time being. Let Fatia take over. Okay, tafadhal. Okay, you share your screen. Let her solve this linear programming. She is the expert. Oh, now she used this Simplex method tool. Okay. Sister, minimize, right? Minimize. Okay, go ahead, sister. Minimize Z equals 5A 9b. She is extracting the quantity. (18i) subject to the supply constraint A plus B plus C less equal to D plus E. How many variables do we have? 9 variables. 9 variables. You imagine if you use manual, should be 130. Anymore? Now she is putting the constraint for the demand. A plus D plus G equal B plus E plus equal 170. One more. Yeah. $200. Okay, check first everything. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Okay. Okay. Now we have 9 variables, 6 constraints. Let's solve. My sister, try solve. Now we get this 5. You see the optimal solution Z 5240.
5,240.
5,240. You look back, you have something with you. Based on the earlier optimal solutions, Kota Baru Kuantan is represented by A, 50. Kota Baru Melaka, nothing, is 0. Then Kota Baru to Ipoh, we have 150. That means C,
150.
150. Johor Baru to Kuantan, 130, represented by D. And then after that, E is Johor Baru to Melaka, 0.
0.
Johor Baru to Ipoh, also 0.
0.
That means, then A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Alostar to Kuantan, also 0, right?
0.
G, 0.
Yes.
H,
170.
170. Alostar to Melaka. And then Alostar to Ipoh,
50.
80. Then how many iterations do you have to do this? Look at the iterations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 iteration. Imagine if you do 9 variables manually, assume everything is accurate, you're attentive. I think until sahur, I think you cannot finish. Okay, sister, thank you. So
Okay.
I take over back the screen. It's Fatia. To enlarge this first. Sorry. What happened? What happened? Sorry, brother, something wrong. Okay. Okay. Now I take over. I want to share my screen. Remember this one? I asked you to put the formula, brothers, sisters. Anybody there?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, never mind. I just demonstrate how to solve linear this transportation using Excel. In essence, we are using the what do you call it? Linear programming. In essence, we are actually solving like linear programming. Same thing as data. Just data, and then we use solver. What I did here, what we did here, this supply fulfill I put here is actually the sum of this one, and then here is the sum from here to here. This one sum from here to here. So actually we want to know how much total supply being delivered, and then this for 0, actually the sum from here to here. This is the same, the sum from here to here. This 0, so the sum from here to here. And this is the available, the demand, 180, 170, 200. This is the supply, 200, 130, 220. And then we want to know the cost. The cost will be the unit price here at the top here, multiplied by the quantity which we are going to calculate using solver. Okay, let's use solver. Solver, you're familiar. So set objective, the objective is this one. So let me click this one. So we are taking the cost, total cost will be the objective. And then by changing variables in this group from here to here, change variables. And then subject to the constraint, add. I take this one first. Now I just do together. And all this must be less or equal to this one. Less or equal to this one. Then I have another set of constraints for the demand. Add. This one. I do all together. And all this must be exactly equal. When it comes to demand, exactly equal to the total demand, exactly equal. So this is the set of constraints. Then we are going to work on minimizations. So we click minimum, minimize minimizations. Leave this one check. And we are going to use linear simplex linear programming to solve. Okay, now solve. Click. Done. See, you can see 50, 130, 50, 170. This 50. This is exactly the same what we did earlier, and also what Sister Fatia did for us. And see the total cost, 5240. So you can try this if you are not ready. All right. Any question? No. You know, then we continue from what we did. All right, we continue on transportation.
Sir,
Yeah.
And the solution given is the optimal one, right?
Optimal. For using the Excel, is it?
Which mean after the Modi method, right?
Yeah, this one, the optimal solution. What I'm saying, Modi method manual, what we did is there are 3 steps, 3 iterations. In here, using solver, you straight away get an answer. What I'm saying is, you understand the fundamental using the manual method, but in real life, you are going to use software, brother. Just like just now, why I request sister to demonstrate using software. If we are going to do it manually, I think if we can do it correctly all the way, it's okay. But I'm afraid along the way, I think we get mixed up here and there. So that's the idea of using software. But before we do software, of course, we must understand the fundamentals. That's the reason I show the fundamentals. Okay, we are now going to go through the fundamentals again, transportation. Okay, get ready with your Simplex Tableau template. We are going to play with this. This one using template number 1. Okay, DS, I think this is past paper question. DS Corporation manufacture automotive components at 3 manufacturing plants located at 3 geographical locations, A, B, and C. A, B, and C, with their weekly supply capacity of 600, 610, and 340. The components are to be supplied to 4 vendors located at 4 different locations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and their weekly demand of 520, 250, 400, 380. Yeah. Then the supply and the supply, demand, and transportation costs are tabulated here. And then what is it? Let's see. The S Corporation has engaged you as a specialist to find out the minimum weekly costs of transportation from the 3 plants to the 4 vendors. Okay. Now find initial solution using, okay, I'm not going to use this one first, this one last. Let's use minimum cost method. Okay, let's do together. I'm going to go to the next slide. Now, are you ready with your template? I hope you are ready with this template. Okay, now ready. Since you are ready, we are going to fill up all these things. So what do we have here? We are going to put the costs, here the vendor, then the plant. Okay, here vendor number 1, vendor number 2, vendor number 3, vendor number 4. And this supply. The supply written here. Then we have demand at the bottom. So plan A, plan B, plan C, demand. Now quickly write down the cost, 28. The cost should be written here, 23, 36, 24, 15, 35, 15, 35, 20, 25, 28, 21, 16, 14. Then the supply for plant A, 600. Plant B, 610. Plant C, 340. Demand, 520. 250, window from window 2, 400, window 3, 380, window 4. Okay. Are you all ready? Can you just,
Yeah.
you are ready? Just shout, done. Everyone?
Ready.
Yes, sir.
Ready, good.
Yeah.
You ready? We are going to do minimum cost method. Let's use minimum cost method to find initial solution. Minimum cost method. Or another way of saying is least cost method. Minimum cost method or least cost method. How to do? Anybody remember?
Sir,
Yeah.
may I one question?
Yes.
Do we need to make sure that the transportation problem is balanced first, or
Yeah, I want to ask that question. I want to ask that question. What is the total supply, brother?
1550.
1550. What is the total demand? Supply 1550. Supply 1550. Demand
1030, I think.
1030.
No, it is also 1550.
Which one are you looking at, brother?
Oh,
You are looking at
yeah,
the
the
other one.
same.
I missed 500. I'm sorry.
150. So what does it mean? Balance or not balance?
Balance.
Balance.
Problem.
Balance. So balance problem, then we can proceed. We don't have to do anything. We are going to handle unbalanced one later. If we have the time, we do today. If we not the time, we do next class. Okay, now least cost method.
So
Yeah, yeah.
what about the order of ABC and the order of plant and the vendor? Is it okay like if it is not in accordance?
You want to put C at the top, it's okay, but you must follow the corresponding cost. Let's say C, you put at the top, let's say same in the middle. It happened to the same number. Let's say you put the same number here. C, you put here, whichever you like. But as long as the cost, 28 here, 21 here, 16 here, 14 here, and here 340, not 610. It's okay. It is okay, brother. Even the vendor you want to put in whichever order, as long as the corresponding cost and demand match, not jumble up.
Okay, sir, I get it.
Okay. Now, least cost method. What's least cost? We are going to look at the minimum cost.
Lowest cost.
Lowest cost. Which one is the lowest cost? Look at the overall here. 15.
14.
14. Where's 14?
14.
14.
14.
14 is the lowest cost. So what we are going to do, we are going to transport as many units as possible along this route. That means C to vendor 4. Plant C to vendor 4. Vendor 4 require 380. C can
380, so
supply 340. So
340. So we can
340.
send to
340.
So 340. Okay, done. So we do not need anything here. Not here. Not here. You do. I think I leave it blank first. I just leave it blank. You use pencil, it's okay. This one because we, in exam maybe you need to do further action or from here. I leave it blank, but you are aware of what we're doing. The next least cost. No, C cannot supply to
15.
anybody at 15.
15.
C can supply to anybody? No, right?
No.
Okay. The next one is 15. 15. So this is the next least cost. So we are going to transport
520.
this one. Okay, now you are ahead.
520.
You are ahead of me. No demand 520 can supply 300. So 520. So write down 520. 520. The next one, the next least cost, can you find?
24. Oh, 20, 20.
20.
16.
So 20
No,
is this
16
one.
cannot be 20.
20.
20. 20, yeah, 20. This one cannot use anymore.
Yes.
Or maybe I just put mark because it confuses us. This one cannot anymore, cannot anymore, cannot anymore. Here enough already. Okay. So now you said 20 is the next least cost. And then demand from here 400. And then B,
90.
how much left? 510,
90.
610, 90. Okay, let me minus 520 already taken. Left with 90. Here 340 taken. Left with nothing. So how many units, brother? Again, 9.
90.
90.
No, sir. At the 20.
Huh? 20.
You put in
Why?
the
At
column.
B3.
Yeah.
B3. B3.
Okay, good. Someone is alert. Why we cannot put 90? Because demand is 380, right?
Yes. So yes.
Demand 380. You already have 340. So how
40
many
more.
units? So now you have available 90. How many you can use here?
So I think we should put 90 at the 20.
1 minute. But we didn't look at this one, right? We are thinking of this one or this one?
Oh, we are thinking
20.
20.
20. So how many units here?
90.
90.
90. Sorry, so 90. We can take all the 90 here. Right, 90. So 400. We already have 90. Next list cost. So now this one cannot supply
So we
anymore.
can close row B.
Okay, close row B. All used up already. Now we are left with this row. Where's the list cost?
23.
23. So this is the 23. Vendor 2, demand 250. And then A can supply 600. So how many are you going to transport along this route?
250. 250.
250. 250. Next list cost.
24.
Ecological 24. Now out of 600, we
254.
take 250. And then here 300, we already have 340. Okay, how many units?
40.
Everybody agree? 40?
Yes.
Yes.
40. How about the last one here? Now use common sense. 600 minus
310.
minus 290. That means 310. Someone say already. Sister say 310. 310. Okay, we are done. But if you like to do further, find out the cost. The cost. The cost, I think you know how to find. I don't have to spend time on that. What you want to do? 250 times 23 plus 310 times 36 plus 40 times cost 24 plus 520 520 times 15 plus 90 times 20 plus 340 times 14. Then you get the cost. I do not know the cost. So you can calculate
32,130.
52, 3,
32,000. 32.
32. $32,300.
230.
230. Okay. I think that's the right answer. Okay, we are done with least cost method or minimum cost method. Okay, let's do another one. Just find the initial solution. And then the last one, we do the northwest corner rule. Now I am ready with this one. The first one just to illustrate. So I think I give you a few 1 or 2 minutes to fill up this information quickly, brothers and sisters. We are going to use Vogel's approximation method, VAM. V-O-G-E-M, Vogel's approximation method. Or sometimes we call it VAM. Okay, you fill up on your second tableau. Once done, you shout done.
So did you use only mouse to write this?
No,
You use pen.
I cannot write using mouse. Not nice. Let me show you how to write mouse. This is using mouse. Oh, why it disappeared? Now this is using mouse. 20. I want to write 20. Also difficult.
So you use what? You use pen.
I use tablet.
That's why. Because I use mouse. Very difficult.
Expensive, brother, to use this tablet. But okay, otherwise I have difficulties in teaching. What did I say? Just Vogel
approximation method.
Vogel approximation method. Okay, everybody done? Oh,
Yes.
BA, okay. Now, Vogel's approximation method, what to do? There is some element of penalty, right? Penalty.
Yes.
Penalty. How to find penalty? So we have what we call it row penalty. Row penalty. And we also have column penalty. Column penalty. How to find penalty?
Subtract the highest and the lowest.
Okay, highest and the lowest. Everybody agree with brother? Highest and lowest?
I think the
Look
highest
at the lowest, okay?
and the second
One more
lowest.
time. Look at the lowest. Subtract from the second lowest. Okay, I repeat. Find the lowest in the row and the column. Then we look into the column. Now we are going to find row penalty for row number 1. Look at the lowest cost. What is the lowest cost?
23.
23. Now second lowest cost?
24.
24. Subtract lowest from second lowest. That means 24
1.
minus 23. So we have row penalty. You write, you try to organize your space. You put 1. Because there will be many penalty after this. 1. The second one, can we find the penalty? Where's the lowest?
20, 15, sorry.
15. Second lowest?
20.
20. Lowest minus, subtract lowest from second lowest?
5.
5.
5. So we write down 5 here. 5. And then let's look into the third row. Lowest?
14.
14. Second lowest?
16.
16. Subtract lowest from second lowest?
2.
2. Okay, let's write down 2 here. We do the same for the column penalty. Column penalty. We have
13.
13. Okay, 13. I also want to save some space. I put at here 13. And then
2.
2.
2. I just put at one side here. You will see the reason after this, why I put like that. Then the
4.
third
4.
4. Now you are faster. 4. The third one. And the
10.
last one.
10.
10. Okay, now look at the penalty. All the penalty. Which one you want to avoid? Lowest penalty or highest penalty you want to avoid?
Highest. No.
Highest.
Highest.
Which one is the highest penalty?
13.
13. Now what? Once we find this, it corresponds to this column, right? Now in this column, we look for the lowest cost. Where's the lowest cost?
15.
15.
So we are going to use this route first. So demand from vendor 1, 520, B can supply 610. So how many units we try to transport as
5.
any
0.
possible? 520. And let's write down 520 here. 520. You need any more? This one cannot supply 15.
Oh, already.
All use up. All use up. Now we're going to calculate the other penalty. Now this one, we don't use anymore. This one we don't use because we are not going to deal with this row anymore. So look at the remaining one. Lowest, subtract lowest from
same.
second lowest, the same. Okay, because the first one we already used. In order not to confuse, I just delete this one. Okay, 1 minute. Now we do the same. This is the second penalty. How about this one? No, we already used this one. Remove. What is the penalty for the second
5.
one? Still the same. 1 minute. Five. And then this one, is it still the same?
2.
Still the same.
Yes.
Okay, this one already used. We are not going to do anymore. Then this one, the second column, the same.
Yeah, the same.
The same. I think this one also the same. This is also the same, right? Agree
Yes.
with this one? Okay, now which one is the highest penalty? Look at
10.
the 10. 10 is the highest penalty. It corresponds to this column. It corresponds to this column. So it corresponds to this column. What do I do?
Take the lowest cost.
Take the lowest
Take
cost.
the lowest cost.
Take the lowest cost. Then we try to transport as many units as possible along this cell or this route. So how many units?
340.
340.
340. Good. 340. No, all use up. Cannot supply anymore here. Now calculate again the penalty. This one should be the same, right? This one use up. The same. 5, the second row. This one no need. Am I alone?
No, no, no.
No. So this one, what is the
12.
vendor
Well.
number 2?
12.
12 is it? Somebody said 12.
Yes.
12.
Yes, 12. And the next
12.
one is 16.
This one, next one is 16.
16.
This
Yes.
one,
And the next one is 1.
1. Okay, we are done. Now we are looking into this penalty. You want to know the highest
16.
penalty? 16. Oh, lama. Gone. Oh, see there. 16. So we look into these two left.
20.
20. 20. So how many units are we to transport along this route? Vendor number 3
90.
require 400.
90.
Now remaining, we have 90. So put 90 units there. 90. So this one all use up. Now we are left with the top. Only, so no point calculating the penalty. Now can we use logic?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
use logic.
So 250.
250 here.
Yeah.
Okay, 250. Everybody agree, 250. Here,
310.
310, enough?
310.
Now total
And next is
360. 3?
40.
40 only.
40. 40.
40. Everybody agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Then we calculate the cost. I think you don't spend time. I think you can calculate the cost yourself, right? Can I leave it to you to calculate the cost? I don't have to write. You can
Yes,
use
sir.
your calculator straight away. Calculate. Okay. Anybody trying to calculate the cost? Okay, maybe just for practice purpose, quickly get the cost.
I
32,000.
accidentally the same with the least cost method.
Okay,
Yes.
32, 3,
202.
200 something, right? 32, 230, right?
30.
230. This one, right? Is it right?
Yes.
Okay, good. We are done with this. Okay, now we have one more. Okay, let's use northwest corner rule. Northwest corner rule. Okay, but meanwhile, I just allow you 1 or 2 minutes. You copy quickly the data there, put in your template.
Sir, I've been wondering how you make the table.
I'll make the table. Draw. We use lines. I put how many lines there, adjust nicely for you. If I do physical class, I can just draw on the board. In here, if I were to draw, I cannot draw nicely. So I better prepare for you. That's why I prepare like yours is template. Actually, it's exactly, I copy. After that, I copy each of this one, put in my slide. And for you, I put in my words and then send it to you. Save time. Do I answer you, brother? You can use
Maybe like
huh?
oh
You can
the
use tables, brother. You like to. You can use tables, but then after that you remove the border. Say tables, like this table. You say 4 square, 4 cells like this. After that you remove 3 of them, and then you do table. You look like my model answer. Later on, I will read this. I use table only. I don't have to do. This is for our class illustrations, so that we can do together. I have to do this way. Why? It doesn't help, brother. Does it help or not?
later inshallah I will try.
This, you see these blue lines actually just shaped from words document. You draw shapes, and then this one shapes, the little shape put together. Okay, done. Are we done?
Yeah.
Done. Okay, if we're done, let's learn geography. Remember geography? Oh, wait.
Yes.
Assume this is nicely put together. Now, let's say this is a compass. Northwest is in that direction. Northwest. That's why we call it northwest corner rule. So what we are going to do, once you've done this one, look at this overall. Choose the most northwest corner. Choose the cells or the root located at the most northwest. Where's the most northwest?
28.
28 here. So this is the most northwest. we are going to transport as many units as possible along this route. Now A can supply 600, and then vendor 1 require 520. How many units?
520.
Everybody agree?
Yes.
So 520. Now, do we need anything from B? Vendor 1, do
No.
need anything from B?
Close
This one,
column 1.
okay, this one, the X I put here, you use pencil because we are going to use this one after this. This one I do it, I will erase this afterwards. Yours also use a pencil and erase again. All right, now we are not going to look into this column anymore. Look at the remaining. Where's the most northwest? The
23.
remaining 23. So I mean A to vendor 2. How many units, sister, to transport?
80.
Vendor 2
80.
require 80. Why not 250? Why not 250? Because
520
Like-
already
taken.
transported to vendor 1.
Yeah, so we need 80 units. So just write down 80. So now this cannot supply it to anybody else. Now we are left with this 4.
35. So.
The most northwest is, someone say 35. So how many units to transport here? Now B can supply 610. Vendor number 2, 250. He already got 80.
170.
170. 170. No, got everything, right? Vendor 2 got already have what they want. Now we are left with this. Now the most northwest is this direction. So how many units? Vendor 3 require 400. Plan B can supply 610.
230.
230. 230. 230. Can supply to anybody else? Cannot, right? So now use logic. Sister, what number should I put here? Now we are left with 2.
No, that
Sir.
should be 440 or more
This one?
likely 400. 20 for 20.
Which one? Here.
Up.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
This one should be
Yeah, that one should be 400.
400.
400. Okay, good. I am not using my brain. I just rely on whatever you say. This one, right?
Yes, that should be 400.
400. Enough, right? 400.
Um,
Oh, that means it's
yeah.
still, we still can supply to,
40.
this one can supply to 400, 570. Okay. Sorry, sister. It's quite challenging to teach online. Okay. This one done. Now we have this.
Nothing.
Nothing
40
here.
and then the next one is 340.
40, 340. Okay, good. All right, we are done with this one. But is this optimal or not? Is this solution optimal or not? We do not know. We have to find out. We are going to use MODI and stepping stone method.
Yes.
Now I'm erasing the little x. It's better for you to erase. so that it will be clean like this. So now we are going to proceed with Modi and stepping stone method. Modi and stepping stone. Now we are going to find optimal solution. What do? We have to find the auxiliary index U, I, V, J. I represent the number of column row. U1, U2, here U1, U2, U3. And then V, J represent V1, V2, V3, and V4. So what do? Remember U1 plus V1, that means
U1 plus V1 equals to 28.
yeah, let me just put the formula first. U1, UI plus VJ
Vj
equal
equals
to
to Cij.
Cij for what? From where? From basic cells. From basic cells. What are basic cells? These are
The
basic
cell
cells.
that are filled.
The cells that are filled. That means these cells are non-basic. Now we check M. Oh, I forgot to mention. We have to check N plus M. M plus N minus 1 must equal to the number of basic cells. What's M? What's N? M number of
3
origins.
and 4.
M is number of origins, right? How many number of origins? The plant?
3,
3. Number of destinations? Vendor?
4,
4. Minus 1 equals
6.
number of the number of basic cells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6. 6. Does it match?
Yes.
This one also 6, right? 6 equals 6. So no problem. So we can proceed with Modi method. If this is not okay, we cannot proceed. I think I suggest you copy this one because I need the space. I have to erase this. I need the space. Can I erase this? I just illustrate. I need the space.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now let's find. You look at the basic cells. So U row number 1 plus V column 1 equals C, the cost at row 1, column 1. So what we are going to do, let me show you first. U row number 1 plus V column number 1 equals cost at row 1, column 1. What's the row cost at row 1,
28.
column 1? 28. Now, done with this. So let's look into the second one. This is basic cells. So we still need U1, V2. So U1 plus V2, U1 plus V2 equals
23.
23. Can we use this one?
No,
No. This one? No.
no,
Why?
non-basic.
Non-basic cells. This one also cannot. So now we are going to look into U2 and V2. So we continue. U2 plus V2. Everybody follow? U2 because it corresponds to this one. V2 equals
35.
35. Equal 35. Equal 35. Then we go on further. U2 plus V3 equals 20. Agree? Can I do faster now?
Yes, yes.
U2 plus V4 equals 1,
25.
25. Then we have another one, U2 plus
U3, sir.
U3 plus V4. No, something disturbing me. To bring it down. I don't mean to enlarge, but as I accidentally enlarge. Okay. V4 equals
14.
14. Done. So now what we are going to do, we want to know U1 equals what? U2 equals what? Let me erase this. U3 equals what? V1 equals unknown, V2, V3, V4. So what did I say in the last class?
U1 equals to 0.
In practice, we try to make U1 equals 0. If U1 is 0, I think you can solve the others. If U1 is 0, if U1 is 0, V1 is
28.
28. V1 is 28. If
V2 23.
U2, V2 is 23. Because we know from here, 0, V2 is 23. Now V2 is 23. Can we find U2? 35 minus 23, 12. U2 is 12. U2 is 12. Now we know U2 is 12. Can we find V3?
8.
8. V3 is 8. Now we know U2. Can we find V4?
V4 is 13 and U3 is 1.
13. 30 or 13?
1, 3, 13.
1, 3. V4 is 1, 1, 3.
Yes.
1, 3. U3 we can find from here.
1.
Sister say 1. 1. So what do? Now we put this value here at the top here. 0. The first one is 0. I put it right there. And then U2 is 12, right down
12,
here at the column here. U3 is 1,
1,
and then V1 is 28,
28,
right here.
23,
V23, then
8,
8, then
13.
13. Then the next thing is the next step. We are going to analyze these non-basic cells. We are going to find improvement index. Yeah, improvement index. The improvement index given by this formula E I J go to
Cij
I J minus
minus
V
ui
I U I minus
vj.
VJ. Okay, what does it mean? We are now try to find the improvement index only at the non-basic cells. Non-basic cells. So find at the non-basic cells improvement index. Okay, let me try use different color. Say I use green. How to find? C36 minus U minus V. 36
24.
minus 0 minus 8.
Oh, sorry, 28.
Yeah. 28. Everybody agree? 28. 36 minus 8. 28, yes. So 28. 28, I put green color. I put in bracket. Why in bracket? To differentiate quantity and index. Not in bracket is quantity transported. This one index. Okay, let's do the next one. Look like we cannot finish. 24 minus 0
minus 0
minus
minus
13.
13.
So we get
It's 11.
11.
11.
11. 11. And then here, 15 minus 12 minus 28
Minus 25.
minus
Minus 25.
minus 25. Minus 25. 15 minus 12. Oh, minus 25. Yes. Minus 25. Okay, done. Here,
Negative 1.
Minus 1.
negative 1. Negative 1. Then C to 2. 21 minus 1. 20 minus
Minus
23.
3.
Negative 3. Then 16 minus 1. 15 minus 8.
7.
7. Okay, we are done with this. Maybe we do just one loop. We continue next class. Now looking at this one, look at the index. Choose the most negative index. Which one is the most negative index?
Negative 25.
Negative 25.
Negative 25. So negative 25. I use purple. So what we are going to do is we are going to add some quantity here. Then we are going. The next step is we are going to draw what you call it. Draw close path. How to draw close path? We are going to draw close
basic
one.
cell.
Yeah, from non-basic to the basic cell to basic.
To
Here
the basic.
non-basic, basic. Here basic or not?
Not.
No. Yeah? No. So
No.
let's say move clockwise here, basic, and then move down. This one, basic, non-basic.
Non-basic.
Here,
Non-basic.
basic, non-basic, basic, and then close. Okay. So we are going to draw close path. Now let's do clockwise. That means we are going to draw arrow from here to here. Then here, minus alternately. Then we move forward, draw arrow, and plus. And then move round, minus, then close. It's called close path. Okay. So what are we going to do? We are going to shift all this one. This one deduct, or you play congkak, take from 520, deduct from 520. Here, add to 80. Here, deduct from 170. Here, add to nothing. Here is actually nothing. So now how many to deduct? 520 or 170? Remember I did mention
170.
why 170?
170.
We look at negative, choose the lowest. Okay. Choose the lowest. So what we are going to do, we are going to write this in the next tableau. So here, if I were to take 170 from 170, nothing left, right?
Yes.
Then here, add 170 from to
170.
nothing, 170. Here, take 170 from 520. What number?
350.
350. This one, add 170 to 80.
250.
250.
So what we are going to do, now I move to the next one. In the next tableau, the empty one, here, 170, I will move to the next one. 170 to, my 170 will come here. 170. Okay. Let's move back. For you, you have on the same page. Here, become nothing. This one, nothing left. Here, what number was just now? 300.
350.
350. 350. So I write here 350. Your next one, 350. And back here. Here, 170 just now. Add to 80.
250.
250. So
250.
we write down 250. 250. And then those that we didn't touch, like 440, 340 remain the same. This is not affected. So for 440, 340 remain the same. Remember 440, 340. 400, where was it? 440, 340. 400, you write like this. 40, 340. So this is the next one. I think we continue this one next class. Is it okay? Unless you want to spend to the night. Okay,
No.
just okay. We
Next
just
class
ready.
is okay.
We just ready up to this point. Then we continue next class. Okay.
Okay.
So we are done one, because this one we need 4 iterations, and then next class maybe we have time to do unbalanced transportation problem. What I illustrate here, just the easy one first, balance. Okay, if that's the case, we stop here. We continue next class.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, so let's, I think we are running out of time. Let's end our day with the recitation of Suratul As. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wal as innal insana lafus illa allazina amanu wa amilus solihat wa tawasaw bis sabr wa tawasaw bil haqq. Thank you very much, brother, sister. See you again next class. Assalamualaikum
Thank you, Doctor.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you,
Most
Doctor.
welcome. Most
Thank you,
welcome.
Doctor.
Doctor.
Most welcome. Most welcome.
Happy iftar, Doctor.
Okay, welcome. All right, I end now. Assalamualaikum one more time.